Hey, welcome into Shockerland. I'm Billy with Kyle Amos again. And Kyle, let's talk about the next game Wichita State has coming up. What if I told you there was a team out there that had beaten Houston
Ooh.
and had beaten SMU
Wow.
when they had their best player healthy, Shake Milton? That would be impressive. You know?
That is impressive.
In fact, there are only two teams in the entire conference that have beaten those two teams, that have beaten both Houston and SMU.
Is this Cincinnati?
One is Cincinnati, but the Shockers took care of them. The other team, believe it or not, is Tulane.
Tulane?
Tulane. Not one lane. Tulane. Oh, it's late. Yes. Tulane is the next opponent for the Shockers. Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. on CBS Sports Network. That's impressive,
Those
right?
are two
That
very
sounds
impressive
good.
wins. Yeah.
Okay,
There's got to be a catch.
Here's
right.
the catch. Those two wins plus two more is all they have in the conference. They're 4-10 in the conference, and so they mysteriously have gone against some of the best teams in the conference and beat them, yet severely underperformed at best against most of the rest of the conference. To go 4-10 in the American, their overall record, they're only at 500. They're 13-13. What do we make of this team that the Shockers are going to have to play for the first and only time on Wednesday?
Yeah, Tulane's kind of an interesting team because this is a program that's on the upswing. It's been historically awful for many years, and so last year Mike Dunleavy Sr. took over and was his first year. They had some spurts of success, but they were still pretty bad last year. And so they've improved. They're now risen to the mediocre level, which for them is a great improvement.
Yeah.
And to build a program, you have to slowly climb like that.
Yeah.
And so they're capable of beating good teams like SMU, like Houston.
Wow.
And so they have a lot of talent offensively. It's just building that program up from rubble, and so it takes some time. I expect them to be even better next year and the following year because I really believe this program has it's kind of like a diamond in the rough. Like
Okay.
this is a school that's in New Orleans, so it's a recruiting hotbed. It's a wonderful city, and so
Mardi Gras.
Yeah,
Just
if you can just recruit a little bit.
Yeah.
Man, you have a lot to sell your recruits on. It's top
An NBA
academic
coach.
school,
Yeah.
an NBA coach, a great conference with Wichita State and Cincinnati, and a wonderful city to live in. And so they're not quite there yet, but they're a program to keep your eye out on.
So for this game, obviously Wichita State's going to be favored, but they're coming off a huge emotional win,
Yes.
which then gives the potential, hopefully not, but the potential for either a letdown or just looking past an opponent altogether because there are bigger games ahead. How high of a risk is that? How likely is that to be an issue for the Shockers?
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, you never really know the sort of psychological makeup of players,
yeah.
and especially college players. They just, it's kind of more difficult for them to stay focused all the time, understandably. And so there's always a chance they look past them. But when Greg Marshall is your coach,
Yeah.
it's going to be nearly impossible to do that because if you even slack off in practice or take a few plays off, you're going to hear it from him. And so he's going to keep them on track. And I don't see them overlooking Tulane. Tulane might, have one of the best games of the season.
Good.
Be like, hey, this is the Shockers. We're gonna
right.
we're gonna shoot 60% in the first half. We've seen teams do
Very
that.
possible. Yeah.
But they don't have the depth to go 40 minutes toe to toe with the Shockers.
Especially at Coke Arena.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be another home game. So that's a big one. It's the last home game left before the big final home game, the penultimate home game, if you will, if I can use big words. Wednesday, 6:30 on CBS Sports Network. Good luck finding that channel, but it is out there. Wichita State plays Tulane at 6:30. Check them out.